Google Data Engineering is nothing but the bunch of cloud services, wherein this cloud services, guys, using this particular services, we can perform the following task. What is that? The first one we call it as what, guys? Data migration, comma. We can also perform what a data integration, comma. Then you have also data summarization, and then we have also the final layer is what? Data visualization. Data visualization. So these are all the tasks we can perform it by using the Google Data Engineering. That means do Google Data Engineering includes the following, guys. Google Data Engineering includes the following. Google Data Engineering includes the following. Okay, guys. So here we have it the sorry. Here we have it the following, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead on this further. As already we have discussed, what is data migration, what is data integration, what is data summarization, and what is data visualization as well. As everything we have discussed it, guys. As everything we have discussed it, okay. As everything we have discussed it, guys. So here, let's begin the process here today. Okay, let actually understand how the data, how the process works. So first of all, let's go here and find it out. What is okay data? Today we'll move bit okay forward, guys. What is data? So what do you understand if I'm using the word called data, guys? Please respond, everyone. I want everyone to respond it, guys. Please make the session interactive. What is data? Data is nothing but what, guys? Everyone, data is nothing but what? Information. Am I right? Data is nothing but what? Information. So what do you mean by information? Data or the information is nothing but it is the main pillar of a data engineering. That means the techniques. Engineering means what, guys? Techniques. So that engineering is nothing but techniques. So we apply the techniques, guys. We apply the techniques ultimately on the data only. Am I right? Okay, guys. So here, what is it? We have it. Google data engineering means what? We apply the techniques on the data using the Google. That's the only thing it means. Am I right? So here we have also data or the information in system, but it is the vital part of the, guys. It's the vital organ of the data engineering activity that is called as a data or the information. So what is the source of getting this data or the information, guys? What is the source of getting this data or the information? The source of getting this data or the information is nothing but, guys, we can have multiple sources. Now, guys, you tell me, everyone. So where do you get the data? Yeah. Or from where do you get the information? Suppose, for example, you wanted, everyone, you wanted, guys, you wanted to go to an ice cream parlor to have some ice cream. So, guys, what you will do, you go to the Google and simply type ice cream parlors near me. So who is searching and giving it to you? Yes, guys, please tell me. You want, everyone, you and your friend wanted to go and have an ice cream. So for that, you will search nearby ice cream parlors. So now, guys, when you search it on the Google will search it for you or not? How? As the data is available with the Google. Am I right? Yes, guys, am I right? Yeah, the Google will search for you only based on the availability of the data. So that in the same way, data will act as a vital organ of the data engineering activity. So now the first one is what? Accumulation of data. That means what? Accumulation of data. So let's go not more technically. I will go more formally here. Okay, guys. What is it? Accumulation of data. I'll say it as what? Collection of data. I'll say it as what, guys? Collection of data. I'll say it as what? Collection of data. What's it? Collection of data. So, guys, collection of data is nothing but what? Collection of data is a process. Collection of data is a process of gathering the data or information. This is, or you can say, guys, data or information is one or the same, guys. Data Data or information is one or the same, guys. Data or information. So what, from where do you get this data? This data you get it from the social networking site. You get it from the social networking sites, guys. Social networking sites means what? Can you see here, guys? Social networking sites. What do you understand when I'm using the word called social networking sites, guys? Any idea? I think we all use the social networking sites or not? Please, everyone. Guys, if you don't respond, it will be very highly impossible for me to move. Please, I don't go this way. I want everyone to understand it. Okay. See, when you're when you're really you come here to learn, obviously let's try to interact it. Am I right? It will be interesting because you people are not you already are working professionals, most of you. Okay. So guys, social networking sites means what? Here you are, what's it, guys? Facebook. Then your what's it? Guys, Facebook is there. Am I right? Facebook. And then your what's it, guys, everyone? Facebook, Insta. Then your what's it, guys? Twitter. Twitter we call it as what nowadays? X we call. Am I right? X we call it here. Say Facebook, Insta, Twitter, and then you have what's it? WhatsApp. Okay. Facebook, guys, everyone. Facebook, Twitter, Insta, WhatsApp. Then you have what's it? LinkedIn. LinkedIn. Am I right? LinkedIn. These are all the guys. These are all called as what? Social networking sites from where you can expect the data to arrive. That means these are the points from where you get the data, guys. Am I right? These are the points from where you get the, or these are the source from where you get the data. What kind of data you will get it, guys? You will get the massive amount of data. You will get what's that, guys? Massive amount of data. Massive amount of data. Massive amount of data. You'll get what is that? Massive amount of data. That is called as what? Huge volume of the data. That is called as what? Massive amount of data. Then again, the next one, what is it, guys? The same thing. The data or the information you can also get from various sources. Social networking sites is one source, guys. Apart from this, you can also get the data from the various sources. What is that? You can say banking applications. You can get the data from what's that? Banking applications. So now tell me, where does this banking applications are used? Yes. According to you, where does this banking applications are used? These banking applications are always used. Okay, guys. These banking applications are always used. Everyone. These banking applications. Okay. These banking applications are always used. Okay, these banking applications are always used. Guys, these banking applications are always used. These banking applications are always used at the banking sector level. Okay, or we can say at the banking. And this generates what's that? Massive volume of the data, or we can say massive volume of data, or the huge volume of the data it generates. Huge volume of data. Huge volume of data, massive volume of data, all the things are almost all same, guys. Again, you have what's that? Data or the information we can get it from what is that, guys? It can be human generated. Human generated means what? Human generated means what, guys? Generated by you and me. Human generated data. Human generated data. And then, okay. And apart from this, apart from you and me generate the data, that is called as human generated. And apart from this, what's the next thing you have it is? Machine generated data as well. Machine generated data. We can also have what's that? Machine generated data. So guys, this machine generated data or the human generated data, the other name for this is what, guys, everyone? Big data. It is called as what? Big data. Then apart from this, guys, the data or the information you can also get it from what is that, guys? IoT sensors. IoT sensors. That is called what? Internet of Things. Okay. IoT sensors. So what is IoT sensors, guys? Yeah. These are the sensors which always records the pressure, gas, speed. Okay. All this will be measured here using the IoT sensors. And a small example of IoT sensor, I'll tell you. Guys, there will be whenever you travel somewhere from one state to another, or if you enter any village, you have you ever observed the wind towers, guys? Table fan like a structure rotating very slowly, am I right or not? So what it actually does, it actually, that one, what is that, it measures the, guys, it measures the wind speed, am I right or not? It measures the wind speed. So in the same way, guys, it is also a type of a sensor, I can say. That wind speed, okay, table fan type of a structure is called as, what is that, guys? It measures the speed, that is, it measures the wind here. So whereas that measurement, it will be attached to a PC, that is to computer, and there the data is recorded. And when this generates, what is it, guys? Big data, or massive amount of data, or huge volume of data, whatever the terminology you use, it doesn't matter here. Okay, all these are the same one. The next one, what is it, you guys? The very important source I'm telling you right now, that is called as what? Live streaming process. So what do you mean by live streaming process, guys? Live streaming process is a process from where you receive the data on the continuous basis. Can you tell me someone what is the live streaming process? Yeah. So guys, yesterday we had some cricket match. Am I right? Yes, guys, we had some cricket match. So now everyone, please tell me. So when you watch the cricket match, guys, will you get the live score? Guys, will you get the live score or what? How does it works? Everyone, please tell me. Huh? When you watch the cricket, you'll get the live score or not? Everyone, please tell me. In fact, there is not even a single person who want to answer it or what? What? Please, everyone. Yeah. So whenever we go with the live streaming process, guys, it is always live. It will be always live, guys. Means what? It will be always live. That means the live cricket match. The live, what is that? Cricket match. The live cricket match where the streaming continuously takes place here. Where the streaming continuously takes place, the values will keep on changing every minute. The values will keep on changing every minute. Am I right or not? And what is the other one apart from the cricket match you have it get? Stock market. Stock market is another, the massive, type of a market where you can you see it, guys, where you can get the stock, okay, values changed in a couple of seconds. Okay, in a couple of seconds, am I right or not? So live cricket match, stock market, this all comes under, what is it, guys? This all comes under the live streaming process only. This all comes under, what's it, guys? Live streaming process. This all comes under the live streaming process, everyone. Okay, apart from this, we have many more sources. So guys, I don't want again to, okay, gather all this, so we can say what's it, all these are called as what, guys? uh Massive amount of data, so hence I can say big data. So I hope everyone is clear with the big data now. Yeah, and I hope everyone is clear with the big data. So now, guys, let's try to work on the big data. So now, guys, when you talk about the big data, so we know what is big data, everything we know it, guys. Okay, but now I'll tell you the types of big data. So how many types of big data you have it, everyone? I can say, guys, types of big data, types of big data, types of big data. What is it? Types of big data. You can have, what is it? Types of big data, guys. How many types of big data we can have, guys, everyone? How many type of big data we can have? The big data is basically classified into three categories. What is that? The big data is basically classified into how many categories, guys? The big data is classified into the three different categories. Three different categories. What are those, guys? The first one is called as what, guys, everyone? Structured data. And the second one is called as what, guys, everyone? Semi-structured data. Structured data and semi-structured data. Structured data and the semi-structured data. And the third one is called as what, guys? Unstructured data. That means the big data is nothing but what? Guys, the massive volume of the data, where this massive volume of the data is classified into three categories. What is it? Structured data, semi-structured data, and as well as the unstructured data. That means the data is divided into three different categories: structured, semi-structured, and the unstructured. Okay, guys. Structured, semi-structured, and the unstructured. Now, when you talk about the structured data, so what do you understand if suppose I'm using the word called structured data, guys? What is the thing which comes first into your mind, guys? Can you tell me? Yeah. Or else, if I tell you, it is a structured, it is a, guys, it is a structured building. If I'm using the word called structured building, means what? Structured building means what? A normal building. Means what, guys? A properly planned building. Am I right or not? A properly planned building. Am I right? So in the same way here, structured data is something but the data which is already ready, already prepared. Huh? Already prepared. Already prepared for further processing. Already prepared for what? Further processing is called as what? Structured data. So structured data is nothing but the data. Okay, the data which is already prepared. The data which is already prepared, guys. The data which is already prepared is called as a structured data. So now I can say the structured data is nothing but the data which is in the form of a table. The data in the form of a table. So table means what, guys? Table is nothing but it is a collection of what, guys, everyone? Table is a collection of what? Rows and columns. Rows and columns. The table is the collection of what? Rows and columns. The table is a collection of what, guys, everyone? Rows and columns. The table is a collection of what? Rows and columns. The table is the collection of what? Rows and columns. The table is the collection of rows and columns. So here I can say the table is nothing but it is a collection of rows and columns. That's it. Okay. It is called as what? Structured data. Is called as what? Hmm. Is called as what? Structured data, guys. The next one is what? So you have it? Semi-structured data. So I'll tell you this one example also. I'll tell you. That's better now. Suppose I'm using name, ID, salary, job. Can you see it? I have what's it? Name, ID, salary, and job. Four columns are there. Guys, I'm using the alien. Salary is, let us say, something 50,000. Job, I'm using it as what? Clerk. Or let's use software engineer. Again, I have what's it? Bobby. 60,000. SSC. Can you see here? Two rows are there. So now can you see here, everyone? Please tell me how many rows and how many columns you have it, guys? Can you tell me at least this one, guys? How many rows and how many columns are there? I can say here, employees is the table name. Okay, guys, employees is the table name. And here you have what's it? How many rows are, how many columns are there? We have two rows, everyone. We have two rows.
Four columns.
Exactly, four columns. This is a four column, that's it. This is a properly structured understood by the user properly. So this is the ready-made data. But this ready-made data, how much percentage you will get it always in the real time? Any idea, guys? Only 20% of the data you will get it, guys. This one. Only 20% of the data you will get it. Not more than that. But rest of the 80%, you will get it from what? This one only. Let's try to see what is a semi-structured. Okay, guys. Let's try to see what is a semi-structured data you have it. Okay. Now, semi-structured means what, guys? The data which is recorded in the form of a JSON file, the data which is recorded in the HTML file, the data which is recorded in the XML file is called as what? Semi-structured data. The data which is recorded in the, yes, the data which is recorded in the JSON file, HTML file, XML file, or many other file formats you can say. But now, anyways, we'll discuss one file here so that you will come to know the basic thing of this. What is a JSON? JSON is a semi-structured file where JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation File. JSON stands for what? JavaScript Object Notation File. What's it? JavaScript Object Notation File is called as what? JSON. Whereas the JSON is nothing but what? JavaScript Object Notation File. And the data is always recorded in the curly braces. These are called as what, guys? Everyone? These are called as what? Curly braces. Curly braces means what? Opening brace and the closing brace always. Opening brace and the closing brace is called as what? Curly braces. And now here you the data will be recorded in the form of key, value, pair. So what is the key? What is the value? What is the pair? Let's try to understand this. Okay. So here you can say the same data which we have it here. I'll write it in the semi-structured format called JSON file. Okay, so I'm writing it here, everyone. First, open the brace here. Now, guys, key means what? Column name. What's the first column name? The first column name is name, na? Followed by colon. There is colon. Colon represents what? I'm data. Now, yeah, please tell me. Now you have alien as the name. So, guys, what is that you have it? Name is the column, alien is the data, and the quote represents it's the character data, guys. That is, it is a string data. Comma. Come to the next line. Now write it down the next one. You have what's that? ID. What is the ID, guys? 554. It's a numeric na. There will be no quotes here. Again, comma. Always make sure the keys will be represented in the colons only. Okay, then you have what's it? Salary. Whether it is a character column or numeric column. Then you have what's it? 50,000. Comma. Job. Yes, see. That is nothing but software engineer. So, guys, this is called as a JSON document. It is called as what? JSON document. A JSON document is the collection of everyone. The JSON document is the collection of what is that? Yes, guys, key, value, pair. That means both of them together is called as a pair here. Key value pair. Okay. So this is a JSON document. But here you have how many rows are there, guys? You have two rows now. I'll write it on the second row. When you write the second row, simply a comma here. I'll copy the first document here and paste it. Now, see here. Simply I'll change the value. Instead of Alan, I'll give it as Bobby. Instead of 554, I'll give it as 553. Instead of 50, I'll give it a 60. Instead of SC, I'll give it a SSC. So this is the end of the data. There will be no further commas. This is called as the JSON file, guys. Okay, wherein this data, guys, this data, you always get here 30% of the data, guys. 30% of the data you'll get it in this format most of the times. That is called a semi-structure. It can be XML, it can be HTML, it can be JSON, etc., etc. But whereas, what about the unstructured? The rest of the 50%, guys, everyone, the rest of the 50%, you will get it in unstructured format. So I can say, guys, here the unstructured format, you will get it in what? Yes, guys, rest of the 50% of the data, you will get it in this format. So what is unstructured? Unstructured is very simple, guys. Photos you have in your mobile phone, videos you have in your mobile phone, chat histories, then voice notes, all this comes under what's it, guys? Unstructured. There is no structure. There is no structure for the data. Now, as a job of a data engineer, your primary job will be to convert the unstructured data towards that semi-structured and then semi-structured towards that structured. So this is the primary job of a data engineer. Okay, guys. Okay. So this is how the data represents here in the data engineering activity is the primary one, guys. Okay. So now, guys, that's it. So we have it here, everyone. Okay. This is about the data and how does the data works here. Okay. And now, guys, tomorrow onwards, we will start with the practicals, guys. From tomorrow, we'll start the practicals. How to take the subscription, I will tell you. Okay. And how long it will last and what are the things you will have it. Everything we will see it tomorrow, guys. Okay. So if you have any doubt for the day, you can just please ask me for the same. Okay. Uh, Please go ahead with the doubts now if you have any.
Harsh, this is Kalim speaking. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, Thing is, see, this days, right, we have like three different clouds, right? GCP, Azure, and AWS one, right? So going forward, if we learn one thing, right, GCP, will that be helpful to work on other, other clouds as well? Or like we need to again learn explicitly the other clouds as well?
See, basically, very good question. The mostly frequently asked question is this one. I will give you a simple example. If you know a car driving, you can drive any car or not.
Right?
Yes. If you know the four-wheeler driving, you can drive any car, any brand car. But if you change the brand from brand, the options will differ or not. That is the
Yeah, right.
driving pattern, driving pattern, and the braking pattern. Okay, the same thing is here. If you learn the data engineering activity, almost all the options will be same, the procedure will be same. Only thing is that terminology we use it different. That's the only thing you have it in most of the data engineering activities, whether you go for the GCP, whether you go for the Azure, whether you go for the AWS. But here what is that we have to do is the mostly used one or upcoming one you have to go it for. Why? Because if you go with the AWS is good. Amazon was ruling the market in around 20s, that is 2020, 2021, 2022, up to that. That is the Amazon was ruling. And afterwards, Azure has picked up the market. Now the market is moving towards the GCP here. Now the market is moving towards the GCP. You don't have much hands available on the GCP. That is nothing but the GCP technicians. So hence, most of the companies now they are hiring the professionals. If you have an experience or not, even as a fresher, you can apply with a good knowledge on this. With a certification, you can apply for the job here. That's the actual funda you have, because you don't have much, resources available in the market. That is the main reason for having it, because you all will do this for the sake of getting the job only. Your main primary task is to get a job or to have an increment in your present job, etc., like that. So this is the very trending one you have it. The GCP is good, the market is good, so obviously you can go with this one, guys.
Okay, sir. Sir, one more thing. As you said, right, certification means is it like a Google product certification or like a version everyone?
Yeah, google google
That's the
google certifications, you will have it at different levels. The data engineering certifications, the data developer certifications, all this you can write it if you need it here. Okay, you can write as per the convenience, you can write it. And the training pattern, what we are going to do, you can easily crack the data engineering certification on this, which includes the GCP. No, when it comes to the GCP, guys, here you have it. You can use the GCP. Generally, you will have it here. Can you see here? GCP. There is a Google Cloud Platform, which is a complete GUI, guys, graphical user interface. And then you can also use the GCP with the GCP Databricks. That means Databricks, we can use it for GCP. This is the another one. And the next one after this, guys, again you have, what is it? Uh, the BigQuery. BigQuery is nothing but what? BigQuery is the data warehouse of GCP. BigQuery is the data warehouse of GCP. So even this you can go it for. Okay. So as a part of this, almost all we are going to see the three of them. That is how the GCP is used through the wizard based, and how the GCP is used on the Databricks environment, and as well as what is the BigQuery, how we develop the BigQuery, or what is the process for developing, what is the architecture level we follow it. All this we are going to see it on the same, guys. That's it. Okay.